Cowboy Small by Lois Lenski. "Hi there," calls Cowboy Small. Cowboy Small has a horse. His name is Cactus. He keeps him in the barn at Bar S Ranch. Cowboy Small takes good care of Cactus. He brushes and curries him. He feeds him oats and hay. He gives him water to drink. Cowboy Small puts the saddle on. He pulls the girth tight. "Whoa, Cactus!" Cowboy Small puts his left foot in the stirrup and mounts. "Giddy up, Cactus!" Cowboy Small rides out on the range. Cloppity cloppity clop. "Whoa, Cactus!" Cowboy Small dismounts. He fixes the fence. Cowboy Small makes camp for the night. He cooks supper and eats it. Oh, how good it tastes. Cowboy Small rolls up in his bedroll. He goes to sleep under the stars. Next morning, Cowboy Small rides in the Bar S roundup. The cowboys round up all the cows. Yippee! 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 "Come and get it!" calls the cook at noon. Cowboy Small eats at the chuck wagon with the cowboys. They have beef, red beans, and coffee. "Yippee! Ride 'em, cowboy!" Cowboy Small ropes a calf in the corral. Cowboy Small helps with the branding. The calves are marked with the Bar S brand. Cowboy Small turns the cows back on the range. At night, Cowboy Small plays his guitar and sings, "Home, home on the range." He goes to sleep in the bunkhouse. Next day, Cowboy Small rides a bucking bronco. "Yippee! Yippee! Ride 'em, cowboy!" Kerplop! Cowboy Small hits the dust. But he's a pretty good cowboy after all. Cactus is waiting. So, giddy up, Cactus! Cowboy Small rides again. And that's all about Cowboy Small. Driving My Tractor, written by Jan Dobbins. Driving my tractor down a bumpy road, and in my trailer there's a heavy load. There's a black and white cow going moo, moo, moo. It's a very busy day. Chug, chug, clink, clink, toot. It's a very busy day. Driving my tractor down a bumpy road, and in my trailer, there's a heavy load. There are 2 gray donkeys going Eeyore, Eeyore. It's a very busy day. Chug, chug, clink, clink, toot. Driving my tractor down a bumpy road, and in my trailer, there's a heavy load. There are 3 pink pigs going oink, oink, oink. It's a very busy day. Chug, chug, clink, clink, toot. It's a very busy day. Driving my tractor down a bumpy road, and in my trailer, there's a heavy load. There are 4 white lambs going ma, ma, ma. It's a very busy day. Chug, chug, clank, clank, toot. It's a very busy day. Driving my tractor down a bumpy road, and in my trailer, there's a heavy load. There are 5 brown chickens going cluck, cluck, cluck. It's a very busy day. Chug, chug, clank, clank, toot. It's a very busy day. Driving my tractor down a bumpy road, the trailer hit a stone and it shook my load. The animals fell out and they ran away. It's a very busy day. Driving my tractor back home again, chugging along down the bumpy lane. I get to the farm and what do I see? All the animals waiting for me. Chug, chug, clank, clank, toot. It's a very busy day. Phew! Mice and Beans by Pam Munoz Ryan. Rosa Maria lived in a tiny house with a tiny yard, but she had a big heart, a big family, and more than anything, she loved to cook big meals for them. In 1 week, her youngest grandchild, little Catalina, would be 7 years old, and the whole family would squeeze into her casita for the party. Rosa Maria didn't mind because she believed what her mother had always said, "When there's room in the heart, there's room in the house." Except for a mouse. Sunday, Rosa Maria planned the menu. Enchiladas, rice and beans. No dinner was complete without rice and beans. Satisfied with the plans, she wiped down the table so she wouldn't get mice, and took out a mouse trap just in case. She was sure she hadn't set one the night before, but now she couldn't find it. Maybe she'd forgotten. When it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Monday, Rosa Maria did the laundry. She washed and ironed her largest tablecloth and the 24 napkins that matched. But when she finished, she only counted 23. "No importa," she said. "It doesn't matter. So what if someone has a napkin that doesn't match? The important thing is that we're all together." After dinner, she swept the floor and checked the mousetrap. But it was missing. "Didn't I set one last night?" she wondered. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another. And when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Tuesday, Rosa Maria walked to the market. She filled her big bolsa with tortillas, cheese, red sauce, white rice, pinto beans, and a bag of candy. She bought a piñata, and on her way home, she stopped at the pasteleria to order the cake. After dinner, she washed the dishes and checked the mousetrap. But it had vanished! "Que boba soy! Silly me, I must have forgotten again." She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, She turned off the light and went to bed. Wednesday, Rosa Maria prepared the enchiladas. She dipped the tortillas in red sauce, filled them with cheese, and rolled them into fat little bundles. She noticed the piñata was missing a few feathers. "No importa," she said. "Those feathers won't make a difference to the children when the piñata is filled with candy." After dinner, she mopped up the sauce and checked the mousetrap. But it was gone again! "I am so busy that I'm forgetting to remember," she cried. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Thursday, Rosa Maria simmered the beans. She searched for her favorite wooden spoon, the one she always used to cook frijoles. But she couldn't find it. "No importa," she said. "The beans will taste just as good if I use another spoon." She added water all day long until the beans were plump and soft. Then she scrubbed the stove and checked the mousetrap. But it was nowhere in sight. "Cielos!" she said. "Heavens, where is my mind?" She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Friday, Rosa Maria picked up the cake and 7 candles. But she hadn't been able to find her big bolsa before she left. "No importa," she said. "I'll carry the cake in one hand and the candles in the other." Tomorrow was the big day. Rosa Maria knew she mustn't forget anything, so she carefully went over the list one last time. After dinner, she wrapped the cake and checked the mousetrap. She couldn't believe her eyes. No mousetrap! "Thank goodness I've got plenty." She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Saturday, Rosa Maria cooked the rice. As the workers assembled little Catalina's present, she set the table and squeezed the juiciest lemons from her tree. "Let's see," she said, feeling very proud. "Enchiladas, rice and beans." No dinner was complete without rice and beans. "Birthday cake and lemonade." "I know I have forgotten something, but what?" "The candles!" She only counted 6. "No importa," she said. "I will arrange the 6 candles in the shape of a 7, and little Catalina will be just as happy. Now everything is ready." But was everything ready? That afternoon, Rosa Maria's family filled her tiny casita. They ate the enchiladas and rice and beans. They drank the fresh squeezed lemonade. And they devoured the cake. Little Catalina loved her present, a swing set. And after every cousin had a turn, they chanted, "La piñata! La piñata!" They ran to the walnut tree and threw a rope over a high branch. Whack! Whack! Little Catalina swung the piñata stick. "Wait!" cried Rosa Maria as she remembered what she'd forgotten. But it was too late. Crack! The piñata separated, and the children scrambled to collect the candy. But how could that be? Rosa Maria puzzled. "I must have filled it without even realizing." She laughed at her own forgetfulness as she hugged her granddaughter and said, "Feliz cumpleaños, my little Catalina. Happy birthday." After everyone had gone, Rosa Maria tidied her kitchen and thought contentedly about the fiesta. She pictured the happy look on little Catalina's face when the candy spilled from the piñata. But Rosa Maria still couldn't remember when she had filled it. "No importa," she said. "It was a wonderful day." But as Rosa Maria swept out the cupboard, she discovered the telltale signs of mice. "Ratones!" she cried. "Where are my mouse traps? I will set them all." She inched to the floor, and when she did, something caught her eye. She looked closer. Maybe I didn't fill the piñata, she thought. Was it possible? She asked, shaking her head. Could I have had help? Rosa Maria looked at the leftovers. Too much for one person. And what was it her mother always said? When there's room in the heart, there's room in the house, even for a mouse. Fíjate! Imagine that, she said. I remembered the words wrong all these years. Besides, how many could there be? 2? 4? No importa, she said. It doesn't matter if a few helpful mice live here too. Then she turned off the light and went to bed. And never set another mousetrap again. Who Made My Lunch? From Milk to Cheese by Bridget Hughes. Cheddar cheese is tangy and delicious. In fact, it's the most popular cheese in the world. But what if you had to make it yourself? And also raise the cows that produce the milk? Roll up your sleeves. You now work at a farmstead dairy. At many dairy farms, milk is sent away to cheese factories. But here, the cheese is produced right on the farm. It takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese. So to make a lot of cheese, you need hundreds or even thousands of dairy cows. All the cows need to be fed twice a day. Pour the feed mix into the troughs and let the cows out to graze on grass in the pasture. The cows are busy being milked, so you'll need to feed the calves. Want a vacation after all that work? Cows never take a day off, so you'll need a cow sitter. The cows will come inside when they are ready to be milked. A machine does the job. First, it cleans the cow's udders. Then, it suctions milk from them. The milk is stored in a refrigerated tank. Different cheeses use different ingredients. The steps also vary slightly from cheese to cheese. Mozzarella, for instance, has to be stretched and pulled under warm water. But we are making cheddar, so let's get to work. Time to make the cheese! The milk travels through underground tubes from the farm to the cheese-making factory. The first step is to kill any bad bacteria by pasteurizing or heating the milk. Now add good bacteria cultures. These will turn the milk into cheese and give it flavor. Then add a powder called rennet to help thicken the milk. Stir all the ingredients together. Look, the milk is getting thicker. Use wire to cut through it. The solid pieces are called curds. The liquid that remains is whey. Drain the whey. Next, shovel the curds together to form large hunks. Slice, stack, and restack the hunks, allowing more of the whey to drain. The hunks still contain too much moisture. Throw the hunks into the mill, which will chop them up. Add salt. At this point, the cheese curds could be eaten as a yummy snack. Ahem! But we still have work to do. Press the curds into metal forms. The cheese press will squeeze out even more whey. The forms will give the cheeses their shapes. Finally, wrap the rounds of cheese in plastic or wax. Store them in boxes in a refrigerated room until they're ready to be sold. Thanks to the dairy farmers and the cheese makers, You now have delicious cheddar cheese. Yes, please. Pete the Cat. Old MacDonald Had a Farm by James Dean. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some chickens, E-I-E-I-O. With a cluck-cluck here and a cluck-cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck-cluck, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some dogs, E-I-E-I-O. With a woof woof here and a woof woof there, here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof woof, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink-oink here and a oink-oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink, oink, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some horses, E-I-E-I-O. With a neigh-neigh here and a neigh-neigh there, here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh-neigh, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some cats, E-I-E-I-O. With a meow meow here and a meow meow there, here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow meow, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some goats, E-I-E-I-O. With a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some ducks, E-I-E-I-O. With a quack quack here and a quack quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack quack, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some turkeys, E-I-E-I-O. With a gobble gobble here and a gobble gobble there, here a gobble, there a gobble, everywhere a gobble gobble, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some roosters, E-I-E-I-O. With a cock-a-doodle here and a cock-a-doodle there, here a cock-a-doodle, there a cock-a-doodle, everywhere a cock-a-doodle, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some donkeys, E-I-E-I-O. With a hee-haw here and a hee-haw there, here a hee-haw, there a hee-haw, everywhere a hee-haw, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some sheep, E-I-E-I-O. With a ma-ma here and a ma-ma there, here a ma, there a ma, everywhere a ma-ma, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some frogs,
E-I-E-I-O. With a ribbit, ribbit here and a ribbit, ribbit there. Here a ribbit, there a ribbit, everywhere a ribbit, ribbit. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some geese. E-I-E-I-O. With a honk honk here and a honk honk there. Here a honk, there a honk, everywhere a honk honk. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Subway by Anastasia Suen. We go down to go uptown, down, down, down in the subway. Tickets in turnstiles spin. Walk, walk, walk to the subway. A rush of air, a car is there. Hop, hop, hop on the subway. Away we go, fast, not slow. Go, go, go on the subway. Side by side, in cars we ride. Ride, ride, ride on the subway. Halfway there, we take the stair. Step, step, step on the subway. Notes play a song today. Play, play, play in the subway. Left or right, dark as night. Night, night, night in the subway. A gust of wind, a car comes in. Wind, wind, wind in the subway. Open the door to let in more. More, more, more on the subway. Rock left, rock right, we hang on tight. Rock, rock, rock in the subway. Lights flicker flash as we hurry past. Flash, flash, flash in the subway. Whisk and whir, windows blur. Blur, blur, blur in the subway. Screech and pop, here's our stop. Bye, 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 subway. Tap, tap, boom, boom by Elizabeth Blumley. Tap, tap, dark clouds. Tap, tap, damp air. Tap, tap, cold drops of rain dot hair. Street carts appear. Umbrella is here. Tap, 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 boom, boom. Tap, 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 boom, boom, crackle, boom. Got a storm, big storm, in bloom, here soon. Sky grumbles, rain tumbles. Big weather, you'd better get under umbrella. Boom, boom. That's right, slam bang, hold tight to umbrella. Wind whirls, helter skelter, boom, boom. Tap, 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 slap feet, shoes flap. Feet wetter? You'd better go down underground where the water can't get ya. You betcha. Now harder, now faster. Big rain, side blaster. The subway is shelter. Boom, boom. Downstairs we wait. Folks congregate. We squeeze. Whose feet and knees are these? Hey, hey, watch spray. We get more wet. Tap, 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 boom, boom. See big, big fellow with tiny umbrella. It's yellow. Tap, tap, boom, boom. One girl, all fancy,
she's late for dancing. Can't wait, fast dash, after lightning flash. The storm above makes friends of strangers. We laugh under cover at thunder and danger. Tall lady with poodle sees kid, no umbrella. Hands hers, no words, just a smile as her hello. Two friends descend, huddled close from weather. Wet sides, smiles wide, together is better. Storm ending soon, no tap, no boom. Outside, clear light, bright afternoon. We race upstairs, shake drops off hair. Look up, we cry. Surprise in sky. Now people scatter, through puddle splatter. We wave goodbye, so long, keep dry. Till the next tap tap, tap tap, boom boom. Till the next tap tap, boom boom. The Little Country Town by Jandalyn Southwell. In a quiet country town, by a dusty little road, there's a great green field where the wildflowers grow. And each and every night, when the sun goes down, you can smell their sweet scent in the little country town. On the dusty little road, there's a crooked covered bridge and a stream of crystal water where the little froggies live. And each and every night, when the sun goes down, you can hear the froggies croaking in the little country town. In the great grassy field grows a big and mighty tree with strong and sturdy branches and lush green leaves. And each and every night, when the sun goes down, you can hear the leaves rustling in the little country town. On a long, lean branch lies a nest of speckled birds who sing the sweetest songs that the town has ever heard. And each and every night, as the sun goes down, you can hear the birds cheeping in the little country town. As the day comes to an end and fireflies appear, crickets start to chirp and the night draws near. And each and every night, when the sun goes down, the stars shine brightly on the little country town. Too Many Carrots by Katie Hudson. Rabbit loved carrots. He collected them wherever he went. Rabbit was proud of his collection and burrowed it away in his cozy hole. But Rabbit had a problem, a big problem. He couldn't sleep. His cozy hole was too crowded to live in.
I need a place to sleep,
Rabbit told Tortoise.
You could share my house,
Tortoise offered.
It looks cozy and snug,
Rabbit said.
Maybe it's a little too snug for two,
Suggested Tortoise.
Not at all,
Said Rabbit.
Uh-oh. Oh dear. Ouch. Ah!
Crash!
Oh dear. Well, Perhaps we can stay in Bird's nest,
said Rabbit.
My nest is quite small, Rabbit,
said Bird.
I'm sure we will all fit,
replied Rabbit. Rabbit hauled all his carrots up the tree.
Whoa!
Groaned Tortoise and Bird as the branch wobbled and swayed. And snapped! Crash!
I'm so sorry, Bird. Now 3 of us don't have a place to sleep,
said Rabbit. You can sleep in my house, offered Squirrel.
Oh, thank you, Squirrel. How kind of you,
said Rabbit. I don't think any more carrots will fit, Rabbit, said Squirrel.
Just a few more,
Rabbit replied. Uh-oh, whimpered Tortoise, Bird, and Squirrel. Creak, crack, crash. Now 4 of us don't have anywhere to sleep, grumbled Squirrel.
You can sleep at my house,
called Beaver.
It has plenty of space.
Great! I can bring even more carrots,
Rabbit said with a smile.
But with all your carrots, we can't fit inside,
said Beaver, a bit bewildered. Just then, the rain started. Tortoise shivered. Bird whimpered. Squirrel squeaked. And Beaver heard a terrible rumble as his house collapsed.
Oh no, my house!
Yelled Beaver.
Oh no, my carrots!
Cried Rabbit.
Ah!
Crash! The friends groaned as they swept up onto the riverbank. Rabbit felt terrible. His friends were cold, tired, and homeless, and it was all his fault. Even worse, Rabbit still had all of his carrots and his house. And that's when he realized there was only one thing to do. Share everything with his friends. After all, carrots weren't for collecting, they were for sharing. And sharing made everything better.
Wake Up City by Alvin Tresselt. Under the stars, the city sleeps. Only the police officers are about, walking their beat. Only an alley cat prowling a backyard fence. Only a mother rocking her baby back to sleep. Then slowly the eastern sky begins to brighten. Here a light goes on, there a light goes on, as people stir and waken. The city sparrows begin to cheep, and the ducks on the pond in the park call to one another across the black water. The city is waking in the dim dawn light, and the tops of tall buildings glow in the first rays of the rising sun. The police officers sniff the fresh morning air. It looks like another great day, they say to each other. In the garages, buses are ready for the day's work. The gas tanks are full and the windshields are clean. The bus drivers straighten their caps and hop aboard. And off go the big buses rolling down the street. In the harbor, a great freighter from across the world comes in on the morning tide. Tugboats and harbor patrols are all ready for a busy day. At the docks, fishing boats unload tubs of fresh-caught fish from the sea. Salmon and tuna, claw-wiggling crabs and lobsters, and hard-shelled clams and oysters. Down in the noisy markets, workers are unloading trucks filled with refrigerated food. Crates of lettuce, bags of onions, boxes of oranges, fresh fruits and vegetables for the city from faraway farms. As the police officers walk back to the station house, they hear the bring of alarm clocks. A radio voice tells them today will be fair and cooler, and they hear the babies crying for their breakfast. With a clink and a crunch and a rumble, the garbage trucks grind through the streets. A sprinkler truck leaves a trail of shiny, wet pavement to catch the dawn-pink sky overhead. The corner store is open, with stacks of crisp newspapers piled up in front. Fair and cooler, says the weather report, with moderate winds. Barometer steady. From open windows come the smell of perking coffee and sizzling bacon. The tops of toasters and the voices of mothers calling, "Hurry up, you'll be late!" Now the streets hum with the hustle and bustle and jostle of the traffic. With a honk and a toot and a start and a stop, the trucks and buses and taxis crowd through the busy streets. And jets zoom overhead, coming in for a landing, with passengers from everywhere. Workers hurry to their jobs in the tall office buildings. People at home are busy making beds and washing up the breakfast dishes. And children are in school, ready for a new day. Good morning.